So we're doing. Wait. Question to your plot. Oh, start getting things ready.
Okay, well let's get grass. Replacing.
Oh, so we can replace the diamonds?
Yes. What the?
They just launched villagers. Or, oh wait. There's an extra plot. Did like a team not make it or something?
Wait, does that mean I didn't have to build this?
Oh, whoops. I need to change the title of my stream. Oh. Well, we may have to start without that dude.
I mean, if he has a teammate, then he can just hop in.
Yeah, but his teammate's like driving home.
Do we start or do we not?
This is gonna take a while.
So Davin.
What?
I have an idea. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use one of the four seed saplings, right?
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna add 5.
Where do we do it? We're gonna put one over here.
Just build a.
Oh,
Wait.
okay.
No, don't. No.
Someone's invisible. They're messing up like the mine carts and.
It was test.
Yeah, it was a nice test.
One of the mine carts is like sideways.
That dude just launched 5 million villagers. Oh.
Alright, we don't need to be messing these up.
Hi, you guys, go back to your spots.
Oh,
Christian.
just go back.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
He accidentally touched a mine cart and it flipped around.
Good going.
They have an hour and a half to fix it.
Bone meal. We're gonna need,
Okay, so Davin, I have an idea, alright? We're gonna do the 2x2 tree thing, and then when it grows, we're gonna make one of them a 3x3 by just adding on logs to it, alright?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, finally. Wait, why is it normal? Why can't it be peaceful? Oh, people need mobs. Also, mobs is... What? How'd that work?
Davin, I wanna give you something. It's very important.
Okay.
You didn't pick up.
Hello. Oh, my mic is not working. Or yeah, it is. Okay, I just couldn't
Oh
see it.
no.
Let's
It's
see.
scary.
All right. Hello and welcome to our Minecraft Java build tournament with Prairie STEM Esports here. I'm Eldritch,
Whee!
and this is.
Davin, I.
Oh, there are candles in this, I forgot.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Candles, what?
In-game is
Do candles spread fire?
Adam. So yeah, this is going to be our 1.17.1.
Wait, what? There's-
That's
that's weird.
The latest Minecraft release. This is going to be our build competition. And I think we're about ready to get underway here. We may be waiting for one person.
We are waiting for one person here.
Alright,
I
cool.
think. Let me confirm this.
No, they don't.
Oh yeah, is fire spread on?
He said no, I have.
Rule do fire tick pulse.
Oh, okay.
We should be good
Never
to
used
go
a
now.
candle before.
Who got a hoe?
Yeah, looks like everything is set on my end.
Dude,
here to be
All
correct.
caps.
Alright,
Okay.
and let's go ahead and get this underway. I am
Like
going to
yelling at you.
press the button that says do not press.
Yes, Sergeant.
As soon as everyone...
I say we put one.
I'm gonna give him a
Oh, we
moment,
should have like one main one.
and
Up.
it looks like we
Like
are
in the
ready
middle.
to go.
Really, I'm still
Okay, I'm gonna
let's
start
replace
now.
The, let's replace with harass.
Alright.
Oh no, I only have me, so it's gonna take a
Is
while.
that in the middle? No, it's way.
First
not.
things first.
Damn it,
While all the
No,
players
wait.
get
Let's not do that,
started here,
Christian.
We have it
We can
set up
ask him
so
to just do a
that
command, so
every
fix-
single player at the very beginning of the build timer
To fix it.
is
Yeah.
given an invisible item frame. So that if they want to try and
Is that
put
middle? It
things
doesn't
up
have to
against a
be
wall
exactly.
Oh,
without
great.
having the item frame behind it, they are perfectly capable of doing
Okay,
that.
we're breaking this down, Christian.
Spam like
It was a bad tree. Okay, attempt number 2.
Alrighty, how about now?
Yep, you should be good now. It should be good.
Perfect.
Um,
And, oh wow, we're already off to a really quick start.
Oh, this is gonna take forever.
Especially over in this corner over here.
It's okay if I ask. Would I be able to ask him to do a command to?
Oh,
add
yeah,
a
that's
layer
good,
of
that's good.
dust?
They're
That's good.
removing a lot of the
Bit of a clump.
diamond block
Leaves in the
block
middle.
floor.
Should probably fix.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where they go with this. They're keeping the boundaries intact, so that's decent at least.
Yep.
I'm just really curious as to how they're going to incorporate that into the
Alright,
build.
Devin,
I already
Just grow
love
a bunch
the
of,
approach that
veggie
Future
trees,
Sloth
right?
is making here. He's trying, he or she is trying to get the initial
What?
frame
I'm gonna
of the
grow a bunch
tree
of
put up,
2x2s.
and a little
No,
doorway
build, like-
in-
like
in
2 more.
a little
Like,
archway
one right there and
in
one
there
right where
so
you are.
that the tree house is
One where?
Like, do you see where I am? Yeah, that's a good sized one. And right there.
That's a smaller one, but I think we can work with it. No, we cannot. It's way too small.
Tree house.
It's a tree house.
I'm gonna say that because it was overlooked. So
Oh, potential bonus. Okay.
I also like the approach that
Is-
Future
is it
Sloth
true?
is taking here. He grabbed a bunch of different brown blocks that
What?
Minecraft has to offer and
she
placed
said
them down on the
potential
ground to
bonus points if you turn
see,
into grass.
okay,
Yeah,
this is
so
the block
do
palette
it.
that I have to choose from for building this tree. And I
So it takes
add
forever.
texture.
Oh yeah, poor Brandon.
Yeah, so they're just asking.
Well,
Yeah.
like Devin's building the tree house while you're doing the grass. It's double tasking.
Outside or inside.
Yeah, it all depends on what the building team would like to do. And so
Yeah. that-
we already
a little
three
big.
plots here it looks like are having a really similar idea.
We make like a.
In order to get
I don't know.
really
For
tall
creativity.
tree-like structures
Border of
really
grass.
quickly, they're growing natural jungle trees.
Well, for
The
creativity,
two
can we
wide jungle
make like
trees.
a house that's
A really
made out of
smart
tree
approach if
parts?
They're going to do the
Tree
tree
house.
houses that are wrapped around the tree, and
I
there's
don't know.
multiple different trees that they pick up.
No, like a house.
Yeah, and
There's no
that's-
tree in it. It's
that's
just a
my
house made out of
personal,
leaves
That's
and
my
like.
personal pick for like
It'd be a
how
little-
I
It has to be a tree
feel
house.
it would go.
Yeah.
But again,
okay.
it could. I'm really interested to see what.
Dude, the
I
people
believe
over there are
it's
doing the exact same thing as us. We just gotta do it better, alright, Christian?
From La Casitas. Yeah,
No, just 3.
And Las Casitas.
Is it okay if I kind of copy the same thing as you? Well, actually, no. Okay.
Yeah.
I just make my own tree. Because I had a
to make a tree house where
tree part.
your house
I don't-
takes up
I don't
the
feel like you
Oh,
entirety of
win.
the tree, including the inside of
Look
the
at me.
trunk.
At least
Or
I
they
have a
could
feeling
just
you guys
be
are
doing
gonna
a
get like
custom
second or
tree, which
third.
I think is a really interesting.
I'm
And
gonna
we
start-
have a chat message here from Dr. Turtles Z.
There's 7 people, so
asking how much time do they have.
That's
to
a good
build?
chance
I
to swim.
actually do not remember this off the top of my head.
They have
Comment.
90 minutes to build.
90 minutes to build. All right.
Yep. So we start at 6:10, I believe.
Details into it.
Yes. So
Yeah, so we're
timer
about
will
8
be
minutes in.
over.
Meetup style.
I
Um,
shoot. I should have done this
but,
beforehand. I
you know what I
guess.
mean. Make them realistic, but
Idea to keep in mind for next. Have a preloaded world that has all of the command block mini games.
why are people making the base of the tree so big? That's huge.
Yeah, it's good. They're gonna have huge trees.
Now, I need to turn
Yeah, so
It's gonna take forever
to,
for them to do the leaves. Not to mention the house
and
and the
it
tree.
looks like Pure
You have an hour.
is starting to do the same thing where they're removing the diamond
Yeah,
block
that is true.
flooring
I'm used to build
Uh,
battles taking up like
and
10
replacing that
minutes.
with grass. And it looks like they're doing some custom edits to the stock trees to
Yeah.
sort of speed up the process.
Yeah,
of-
and that is a really good strategy. It
We
lets
built
you get
the
a good
build-a-boat
design
castle.
really
Built the same exact
quickly,
thing that
and
we
then
had in
you
Build-A-Boat.
just tweak it.
Hey, we got like
Yeah,
5th place.
Yeah, I mean, that we did.
and I actually
That
like
we did it.
what
There's so many
I
better ones,
believe
but still.
Team Trees is doing here with
Should've made, like, a bouncy castle.
jungle blocks. They're using, I believe,
That
Oak
is the
blocks?
oak. That is the oak full bark block. So
Yeah, I really like what they're-
Kinda feel bad for the-
And I
Yeah.
really
What's her name?
love that.
Person leading the
looks
competition?
Really good.
Kim?
Really good
Who?
for when you're trying to build a large
Yeah, I feel-
custom tree.
Well,
'Cause
the
then you don't
person
see any of
can
those
you
log
scrap-
ends anywhere.
Scrab Zero. I don't know how to say it.
yeah,
Her real name. Her real life name is
Yeah.
Kim.
and it looks
Oh,
like
I feel bad for her because she just has to wait for an hour and 30 minutes for us to build.
are really going for the quantity of trees.
Yeah, but that's kind of boring.
But for all
not
we
like
care,
sort of the
or no,
quality of them,
she
if that
might be
makes
just
sense.
watching
Like
YouTube.
Yeah,
they're
I
just
see what they're doing here. They're trying to.
yeah.
I thought she was gonna build with us.
Reference here. They're kind of making an Ewok village.
Yeah, that's sort of the vibe I'm getting from them.
She'd probably be
They're
good
doing a
at
pretty good job of it too. I'm interested
Yeah.
to see how they connect all the trees together.
I'm just gonna build like the rough draft, and depending on how much time I have left, I'm gonna add details.
Starting to build out the leaves of their tree.
I wish we had a
That's
whole
the
day.
contrast between
That's a lot of time, but like,
the jungle, the jungle wood and the standard.
have lunch breaks, dinner breaks.
It's a really nice.
Oh,
contrast.
also, I'll tell you after we're done with the competition.
It looks like Team Trees over here is starting to.
Oh, I'll be gone on
finish
Sunday,
off
Monday,
the
and Tuesday
first floor.
Oh, okay.
because my sister has a golf tournament.
What?
My sister has a golf tournament.
Oh, golf tournament.
Interesting here. On the
Is this
tree
with golf?
over with Las
Yeah,
Casitas,
she's been playing golf
the one in
her
the
whole
here,
life.
They've chosen
Both.
to at least this might be a tester to
them
see
play?
if they like it.
What?
But it
Both of
looks
them
like
play
they're
golf?
going to be hanging a bunch
Mhm.
of soul lanterns
You're just the odd
from
one out of
Yeah.
the
trees for lighting.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah. That's
I
a really.
I mean, I'm decently good
Yeah,
at it,
that-
but I don't really like
You
it.
know, I did
It's a very,
really
it's a game of
think
patience.
using those, like when I'm thinking of like a tree
Alright,
house,
I'm
but
gonna start
that
building
actually adds
the
like a lot
thing.
of, I guess, a lot of interesting like lighting. It's not just torches or glowstone. It's actually a really neat little idea.
I think
So
that'll
I-
do it
I
if we
think
have
that they're
extra
building
time.
out the leaves
To
to sort of cover.
No,
the
you can just look
inside
from your
house
plan.
area.
Yeah.
I
what I kind of
am-
based on what we have so far from the Las Casitas group.
I am
I
officially
think they're going to be trying
done
to
with
make
the
it so that
floor.
their tree
I am
is
now
both
moving on to the actual
in
build.
And outside, or their house is in and outside of the tree at the same
Uh-huh.
time.
How did you
Where
finish the
it's in a location in the tree
Try all these done
where
so far.
it's hidden by a lot of foliage
but it's all
and
I
branches.
Well, I did destroy a
And
tree, but still.
based on how thick
Still on
the
the
base
breaking
of this
part of the
tree is, I have a feeling that they're gonna end up making this tree
Don't look
house
about
have
right
multiple
here.
floors to it. By,
Okay, let me look at.
by making it
Oh, I
a
want it
lot
to be-
more tall than it is wide.
Yeah, and that's the sort of vibe I'm getting from Team Trees over here as well. It looks like they're starting to. It looks like the first floor of the tree has really been completed, and they're still just working on building.
I don't want it
up.
too big, but I don't want it too small.
But it looks like they sort of have an initial landing there on the inside.
I wish I had Optimon installed so I could hit the zoom key.
Okay, that's a little
and do
small.
A really, really smooth.
It's a house. It's a tree. It's a city.
I'm actually gonna
Let me,
turn on F1 mode so you can't see my HUD. Because I'm not building anything. Alright, and over in the corner with BTAC-23, it looks like is building by themselves, so we're gonna have to keep that in mind when we get around to the scoring here, but they've finished covering over their diamond plot with grass, and they're
a
starting
debug
work
stick.
on their custom
It
tree
allows
here.
you to rotate things. Like, if you have a business
And
and
just
you
like
don't wanna break it
Team
and make it
Trees
the other
here,
way,
they
you can use the
are
debug stick
using
Wait, is that the thing I gave to you?
oakwood logs
No, that, what you
for
gave to me was not
the
that stick.
base of their tree here.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, someone can't use a debug stick.
That would have been sad. That I gave you my only
I'm
debug
not
stick.
sure what that is.
Debug stick?
Yeah. It looks like Teddy Bear said I can't use my debug stick. I'm not sure what that means.
Devin, are you gonna work on
Oh,
the
and La
tree- the
Casita
tree
is
house or-
actually. Ooh. Okay. So I like what they're doing here. They're using different types of wood.
Oh, yeah, Devin, are we just gonna use vine?
Yeah, it
so-
looks like what they're trying to get at here is that you've got this one really big jungle tree, and inside of that jungle
Because I
tree
feel
you've
like
got
these-
a somewhat traditional oak house going on, but it does kind of spruce it up a little bit. It makes it
Yeah, it
noticeably separate, but they still blend together because you're using
This
wood.
looks bad.
For
Okay.
the-
Oh, it
My
looks like
gosh, I have
Team
the
is
least amount of
actually sort
progress.
Building out the first little hub,
Look at
I
me.
guess. Their
Devin, I
first
think
little
we might need-
tree
Wait,
hub, I
we might
guess.
need more trees.
With a little orb
Yep.
on the main tree. It looks like. I'm interested to see how this develops. I wonder if they're going to start adding in more vines and sort of camouflaging.
Yeah,
it.
Devin, we're definitely gonna need more trees if you want to compete with against the other
I
people.
love the use.
Yeah, you
of
can do two in the back, I
jungle
guess.
slabs and jungle fence posts by Team
Yeah,
Prairie
and
here.
that sort of adds sort of a root or knot look to it, which I like a lot.
Yeah,
Looks like they're adding in some slabs on top of the little orb to make it a little more orb-like, I guess, if that makes sense.
No, I think they're
Like,
adding the
15
slabs
minutes.
here to continue with that kind
Ready? I'm
of
not
knotted
done with
look
the
going
rats.
on. Or to at
Oh
least,
yeah, you know
and
what? You're right.
They are
You should look at my
rounding
bill.
out with the slabs. They're making it so that the bottom doesn't. The
I mean,
top
I am by
doesn't look
myself,
quite
but
as
still.
flat, which is
Yeah.
really good attention to detail here.
Yeah, it's a nice ad that they don't necessarily need to do.
Alright, let's make our way back over to the.
Okay, I've never built.
usual flying
Thing
solo
is,
today.
I never actually
They
built
are
something that
also
looks.
using
Okay,
the-
there's someone
the top
in my
cap
plot with images
slab,
probably posted.
Idea.
I've
here.
never actually built
We've
a
yet to
good
see
structure
any
in
fence
Minecraft before.
posts mixed in to their build here. But based on the size of
So
the
if I win,
shield here, I
that is
am
a
willing
huge
to
accomplishment.
bet that this is just going to end up being a
Hey, Davin, what's the string called?
custom tree.
Should we only do one
attached
window?
treehouse too,
Should we only do one window?
which
Sure,
Or two?
nothing against that.
sure.
Um,
What's the
No,
string called
it
on
all-
YouTube?
it all
that,
comes
that's
down
the kind
to-
of style that I
What?
like.
What's the string called on
personally.
YouTube?
it all
Uh,
comes down
on
to
mine?
how
No,
well
not
do
yours,
they
the
build their
Shack.
It's on
custom
Twitch.
tree here. How
what is
good
it?
does that custom tree look? And then combine
Prairie Sim
that with
Esports.
how good does the
Twitch.tv/PrairieSim
house attach to
Esports.
the custom tree look here?
Twitch.tv/PrairieSim
Yeah, because that's really where I think
Hmm?
it's gonna separate the high quality, like, amazing trees from the the more standard types of trees is how well the house is integrated into the tree. Personally, like the Ewok village makes sense for a tree house. I feel like it sort of fits with the theme. Like it's multiple.
Built the trunk
trees
of the tree and it
connected
looks
together to form a house.
like an iceberg.
There's also the houses built inside of a tree that are really cool. But I mean, if you just put like a standard, like a block house right on top,
Okay, I'm
of
probably
the tree,
gonna watch
it's not really
stream.
well
Wait, the
integrated
stream,
into a tree house.
like,
I
you
guess.
can watch it when it's
So
not
I'm really
live, right?
interested to see how the teams
You can watch it
integrate
again
the
when
house
it's
into
off
the actual
or not
tree.
live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Speaking of, let's go ahead and head back over to Team Pure here with the bubble house inside of the tree here. I like that they're using, it almost looks like they're trying to get ready to, or they're trying to make a hidden piston door that will open up into a ladder going through the center of the tree to get into the house.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. They're building out some areas for pistons, and they've already added in a piston or two, it looks like. So it looks like they're going to incorporate some redstone into that.
Which is
So I can watch
honestly,
it like
it's,
later.
it's really good grounds for especially using the more technical side of Minecraft with the redstone.
Okay, that's good.
Being able to give yourself the time time necessary to effectively make a redstone machine in a building competition just to spruce up your build that much more is honestly grounds for a little bit of bonus points as long as the redstone works.
Oh wow, yeah, Team Trees is actually taking a really interesting approach to their
I'm making
flooring.
a.
They're not using standard wood blocks, they're actually using barrels
Which
as their flooring.
the bottom side
A
barrel texture is
thingy.
absolutely amazing for floor. I would have never thought of this. And then
Yeah,
not
same.
only that, it gives them, if you were to grade this house on viability, or like livability in a survival world, the amount of storage in this house is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like their entire first floor is made out of barrels. Good luck finding anything, but your entire floor is made of barrels.
Yeah.
And I love the little border that they added with the terracotta or clay or whatever it's called anymore. Let me see what it's called. Concrete.
Yeah.
At the very bottom, it makes it makes it look like their tree is up on just a tiny little bit of a hill, or because of the size of their tree, it has brought a lot of the dirt surrounding the tree up around it, because of how quickly or how wide it grew as quickly as it did.
Yeah, yeah. I like that a lot. Yeah, and it looks like you were correct. Team Pier is working on a lever system. Maybe it's going to be a sort of a lock type
Yeah,
system.
based on the panel that we're looking at right now, it is a passcode lock that will, it's going to, if I had to guess the redstone, it is a combination of two different AND gates. If you flick two levers, it will AND those. And then the third lever, it ANDs the output from the first two and the third.
Yeah. So it's going to be really interesting. So I'm going to check in on Teddy Bear and Egg
I
Card.
actually want to look at the redstone here, so I'm going to see if there's a open hole. Dav-Man heard me! And I was right. It is a very, very complicated looking AND gate. Because,
What
I don't
kind of
understand
treehouse is
compact
that? That
redstone
looks like
very
a
well,
walnut
if
or
I'm
something.
completely honest with you.
That does look really
And well, I guess to a degree, the most compacted you can make an AND gate is by using a collection of
How is this video?
not gates.
Look at mine.
Because
I'm trying to fix
when
up the
when
trunk,
the lever is
but
in the off state,
there we
and
go.
there's a redstone torch on the other side of it. The redstone
Whose?
torch will emit a signal. But then if you have that signal
No, like whose tree?
inverted to the output to the piston,
Oh, there's this
Well,
YouTuber on Hermitcraft.
No, I know,
you
but
don't even
like
need to
which
invert it.
team's
It's
tree?
just a collection of not gates that when you input, input
Oh
on,
yeah.
it will output
Never saw that
off
before.
when all of them are set to, all of the correct ones are set to off. Or
Yeah,
set to
so
on.
so it looks like they can have a total of 6 levers that need to be in the right position in order to open it, which is actually a really interesting idea.
Why do I like this basically? Because I watched
Adds a bit of difficulty.
Head on back
Trying to
over
just guess the
I
combination.
sorta
the
saw that.
solo builder
I saw, like-
here. And it looks like they're
I don't know.
getting started
Saw
on
tiny bits of that on
foliage here.
YouTube. Okay, let me try to make the.
Interestingly, right now they
How am
only
I gonna make
have
leaves?
a trunk, and, with the size of their tree, it
Let me just
Well,
spam blocks and see how it
I'm
looks.
going to say that they are building on their own, so
They
it's
are.
going to take them a
So-
lot
so
longer
I
to
wouldn't
sort of.
I wouldn't expect them to add a bunch of custom branches.
Yeah,
Especially considering that they are building by themselves.
100% I agree.
But if they were to add
My tree right now.
branches after they get done with the house section of their tree,
I think it
just
would add a
as
lot.
it would add a ton to this build.
I feel like your leaves should be like a little more bushier.
And coming over
I'm working
to
on it.
Las Casitas, I love the path that they've put in here. What block is this? Block of raw iron. I didn't know that they added raw material.
The front of my tree
blocks
looks okay, but the back of my tree looks terrible.
with the ore nugget section of the update.
Okay, I think I should
With
start working on the
most
house, not
update,
just
they
the
made it so
tree.
that all ores, when you mine them, turn into nuggets unless the ore already gave the item after mining it. Like, for example, diamonds. Instead of giving you diamond ore, it'll give you a diamond.
Yeah.
But with iron, gold, with iron and gold, it gives you nuggets now. That when you cook it, it gives you. It's called a chunk. When you mine it, when you cook that, it'll give you the ingot. But it looks like if you craft it into a 3x3, it looks like differently colored cobblestone.
Yeah, who's the invisible
Old
person?
Cobblestone texture too. Like I'm talking 1.3 cobblestone texture.
Who's a Tom?
That's one of the streamers.
Oh, okay.
Right. So coming up to their house here, the house section of this build, it's looking like they kind of wanted to go for a really stubby...
Yeah, and get bone meal around the place as well.
What's the name of that tree that only grows in Madagascar that has the diameter of, like, a small skyscraper?
Look at my tree,
But
it looks
only
weird.
has leaves on, like, the very,
Looks
very top.
really weird.
And it's only, like, 10 feet worth of foliage.
I tried to make it tilt to the other
You know,
side
I'm
because
gonna say,
the root
man, I
and the
am
side
not
of the
a
tree is
botany
tilting to the
expert,
same
so I
side.
can't tell you.
I'm gonna look that up real quick.
But yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a very stout tree.
It looks good on my
It's
shaders, but I really
called
hope it looks good on other people's shaders.
You
Baobab.
have shaders?
Zabalba.
Well, not shaders, just like
Brandon.
the original.
You can go to my YouTube channel and look
I
if
don't know how...
you want.
Or
Okay.
Yeah, that's... I just...
I'll do that once
what
I'm
the
nearly
actual
done and
name
I'm adding
is.
details.
But yeah, that
Thank you.
is exactly what I'm getting at, Order 66. And then coming over to, let's see what team this is. Con Teddy Bear and Egg Cart? Yeah, Egg Cart.
Oh, they've
with
added
the
some
Ewok
leads.
Village.
Yeah.
They've added, it looks like they've added a bunch of extra leaves. They're starting to hang lanterns from the
Yeah, and I really like what they did with the I think the leads on the fence posts
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. The
Sort of
hidden-
giving it a sort of suspended look.
Do you want to work on
yeah,
the inside?
hidden fence posts really
Making it
add a
like,
lot with the leads
visible and good.
in this build.
Yeah.
Or the hidden chickens. That's what it is. You got the fence posts up top and then the hidden chickens. I love
Do you still have that
like
invisible item
you
frame?
said the
Yeah, I do.
suspended feel that's
Mind
going
if-
on.
Well, the vines.
because
like,
of that.
Do we make like a path to there?
Oh, like
Yeah,
a stone
that's
path
really
or like
cool.
a path that you make with your shovel.
That is a really nice
Well,
detail.
Like
Wait, Davin, will the vines
gravel
grow
and
over
dirt
time?
And
and
the lanterns
cobblestone and
hanging
stuff.
From
Oh, okay.
from
Do,
the
do you want to make like a path like
I
that?
love
Yeah.
that.
And then I'm gonna make like
detail.
the campsite right here.
Yeah,
right?
and it's sort of interesting that the two lantern builds
kind
are
of
right
forget
next to each other.
how.
Yeah,
I think
honestly,
that's
Well,
the
That's
two
kinda
builds
interesting.
using lanterns are next to each other.
I'm interested to see if other teams choose to incorporate that.
Now,
Armor
as I turn
stand.
around to look at Las Casitas again, because they're the ones using soul lanterns, I saw Team Pure over here is going absolutely nuts with the bone meal.
Yeah, they're really adding a lot of foliage, and they're really adding to, I guess
I am
the
really
ambiance.
interested in seeing what in the world Dav-Man is about to do.
Yeah,
Okay, I think I got
looks
it
like some
good.
trickery using armor stands and redstone.
Yeah, he's trying to push the... He's trying to remember how to push the armor stands. And I don't want to say anything because then it gives him a 1-up here, but I know exactly what he's doing wrong. Wait, why did that work? Wait, did he put ice blocks underneath the trapdoors? I think he put ice blocks underneath the trapdoors. That's one way to fix that.
Version?
Me?
Oh, I was just saying. I could not hear you guys for a second.
Huh.
With
And
me?
that's really interesting
Yeah.
because
Anyways,
the
I'm gonna start
way
building
that
the house.
armor stands look when they're in the ground makes it look like rocks.
Necessary bit of
Yeah,
information.
that's actually kind of crazy.
It just knows what part I'm
Hang
on, I guess. I don't know.
I think they might be the only people adding in custom rocks to their build.
The man's is building a custom
You're so
campfire.
cool.
This is
That's
awesome.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Oh yeah, and it looks like we have some more, I guess, progress from Team Trees over here. It looks like they're actually adding in branches.
Yeah, and at that it looks like they're going for a giant palm tree idea going on here.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah,
to an extent, with how curved the branches are.
Little pathway.
Yeah, and I really like how they have sort of a palette set out for themselves. Like, you know, they already decided what blocks they're going to use.
So quiet.
I think that's a really interesting idea.
And I can only imagine that they're going to set out a separate block palette for the house and make it pop against the tree.
Yeah, I mean,
Understanding their approach here, it's almost like they're kind of showing that this is kind of what I want to do here. This is kind of what I want to get across.
Wait,
yeah,
did
and
I do
it looks
that
like
right?
Dav-Man is actually building a campfire. That's awesome.
Actually? What, I predicted that right? Ah, yes, there is the block of netherrack. There it is. He is building a custom campfire.
Yeah.
I did not build
Wait,
this
I did
crap.
something wrong.
He's putting iron helmets on them? I'm interested to see what this looks like.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm
wait,
interested to see.
Are the iron helmets gonna end up being chairs? Like rocks for seats?
Oh, that might be actually really sick. Yeah,
I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that sort of
Alright.
goes.
I headed on back to the tree with the solo builder here, and
Yeah, beat
the
back.
way that
I did this wrong,
the
oops.
way that they
I'm looking it up.
took the foliage actually makes it look like there's branches in the tree, but there's not any at all. That is a really, really smart time saver for
That's really cool.
What's the blue block that glows?
Yeah,
BTAC.
He's going for a bit more of a compact.
No,
build,
it's
which I
like
really
the one you found in
respect.
the nether on
Yeah,
trees.
he's taking the
shipments?
BTAC is taking
Oh,
the
thank you.
this is a starter base approach
Those are blue.
because they are down one person.
Oh yeah,
and
they are.
That makes a little bit more sense for them in this situation.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I don't think that should be counted against.
Oh, I guess I'm gonna have a yellow.
I think that's
honestly, that should make give them a little bit of a extra touch that
I kind of like the shroom
a little
lights.
bit ahead.
Thank you.
At least in terms of what it would be like if they had a
That's very-
teammate with them ahead.
Yeah, and
So
personally,
it
I feel
brings
like-
them up to equal with everybody they're competing with here.
Yeah, personally, I feel like everyone's doing a really great job so far. We're seeing a lot of diverse, like, I guess, types of houses.
Coming back
Really-
to Las Casitas here, we're
Yeah,
seeing...
I was just about to bring that up. It looks like they're making just a straight up house inside of the tree.
Yeah, what
I'm
it looks
interested to
like
see how
here...
this foliage works out.
What it looks like here, my
Yeah, the
interpretation
branch
of what's
is
going
sort
on
of
right
like
here. What
holding up
they
the
did,
house.
not
I have a
even
pretty good
holding it
feeling
up,
about this now.
It looks like they took a tree that at one point grew, so high, right? And then they went and put a house on top of it. And then the tree's like, oh, now what do I do? And then just started
Guess I'll
growing
just grow around it.
I'm gonna back away and see.
That's actually really cool.
Okay. That pretty good feeling I had, I don't have anymore.
And then
And,
the
also,
tree,
Irvine-
the tree house.
It looks good on the inside, but the outside,
Stuck inside of
It's
the tree
something else.
because there's a certain amount of just like very slight damage to the inside of the house because of the way that the
Oh
tree
my
grows.
gosh. Look at the person
That'd
next
be
to
interesting to see, having like a
Yeah.
branch
It's like
go
a house that's
straight
like
through
in
a floor randomly.
I mean, it's kind of good.
It's really good.
And if you go inside of their house, I already love what they did here with the invisible item frames. They put little pieces of food.
Look at it from my
on
angle if you want to.
barrels,
It does not look at.
with
good.
those invisible
You know,
item
what's I'm gonna have to do?
frames.
I'm gonna have to do.
There's a really, really
Oh,
nice
I did
touch.
not
I'm
look at it,
glad
but-
someone suggested the invisible item frames because it adds a lot more of little tiny detail things to the builds here.
Yeah.
What is that? Is there an armor stand in this wall? Or would it look? There was an armor stand in that wall.
I'm glad we're in creative mode.
It looks like there's been a lot of progress on Pure. I'll wait. I think we should.
Hi,
I think we
Tom.
should wait.
Wait
Hi.
to reveal Pure.
Very nice conversation.
Yeah,
What
wait.
they've done.
We should sort of just keep going around.
All right, I'm gonna come over to Team Trees here. It looks like they're getting ready to set up a little
Did
bit
you
of
make
a
the
block
inside more?
palette
No,
for some
okay.
of the greenery that they're going to do
Yeah,
because
I was
it
going
looks
up,
like
and
they're
then
gonna
you
try
told me
and
to
add
go
some
to the bathroom. I was like, oh,
texture.
yeah, that's much better.
I love what they did at the very top here with the moss blocks and the dark green concrete. So it looks like it's grass, but not quite. It's a little bit more like moss, like because it's moss blocks. And
By the way,
it
nice
makes
tree
it
over
so
here.
that
Yeah, like
instead
all
of
these trees are
having a
really nice.
man-made floor, maybe they built
A
a
house?
house wrapped inside of the tree itself.
Your trees all
and
look
then
nice.
Moss started growing there because of the
Thank
of
you very
the
much. You're
moisture
super
in here.
kind,
'Cause
sir.
Yeah.
I love that little touch, and I love.
Okay,
that
one
they're
side of the
adding
house just has
fence
no
posts
decoration at all.
At the ends of the tree branches, with the lanterns hanging down off of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they
We
and
should
they've
have,
gone for
like,
just
fence
a
posts with
truly
lanterns.
massive tree.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see how they
Projects
flesh
of
the foliage
trees
out.
over here, or are we just gonna
I
have these
do
trees
want to
for
call
decoration?
attention to Teddy Bear and Egg Carton's treehouse because it looks like they've sort of gotten most of the platforms done, and they're starting to add in some more details. I really like what they've done with the bed. They sort of have all the essential sort of crafting things. You have the crafting table, the furnace, enchantment, and anvil right next to the bed. It's a really interesting sort of
Okay, I'm gonna make the
sort of,
treehouse part bigger.
home-based type thing. You
But I
know?
kind of like a low
Yeah.
tree.
It,
really
it
like
almost,
I don't know.
it almost gives off a lot like our solo over there, BTAC. It gives off kind of starter-based vibes.
Yeah.
What time do we
it's
stop?
like- it's livable,
Um,
but the idea
I don't know.
here is
Like,
more to go for the treehouse
7:40?
feel than to make it functional. But it is still
Yeah.
functional.
Yeah, and I feel like they're really doing a good job of that sort of treehouse feel, you know?
Yeah.
Like when I think of a treehouse, I think of a platform
And Christian, we're gonna want to connect
built
these
into
all
a
up to
tree,
the
and I really
middle
like
one.
what they've done with the sort of aesthetic that they have going on here.
This one might be a little small for it.
It's
Going
fine.
Over to Las Casitas. It looks like they took those branches going up on top of the tree here. They added the foliage to them. They started
yeah.
Trees that
going
we've never
around on
made.
the outside of
Like
the
something
tree,
that's
adding
around, like, Wonderland
extra
or something,
lanterns
you
in
know?
a couple of places
Mhm.
for lighting,
Or
and
Disney movie.
What color
added
beds?
some vines to add a little
I
greenery to
think, like,
build here.
Red.
orange
I just say
or-
red.
And then since it looks like the tree or the house was built on
If I
top
ask
of
if
the
you're just
tree,
gonna be all red,
they
it's red.
did purposefully put ladders on the side to make it look like instead of trying to go inside of the tree and up.
Okay, I don't know why, but I feel
house,
very smart for doing this.
It looks like whoever built this house.
Instead of using ladders, I'm
just
using
climbed up the
vines.
side of it with a ladder,
Don't steal my idea.
which gives it
Yeah.
gives it
Yeah, we already have
Just-
our way of getting into the house.
just a tiny bit.
Do you have a
of
good like bed
extra
design, Christian?
treehouse touch.
Yeah.
And then going inside, they actually have a checkerboard tile kitchen with a watermelon slice up on the granite countertop. A little bit of barrel storage across the top, making it look like cupboards. They've got a nice kitchen table using fence posts, pressure plates, and stairs. And then if you go up onto the top floor, they've got their bed, which has a red nether brick border around it, and I'm interested to see. Looks like that is supposed to be a sink.
Yeah.
So they're putting a bathroom and a toilet up here.
Yeah. Looks really neat.
And they
They're
do
really
have
giving it a nice
refrigerator.
home feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we could do.
Alright,
Chests.
let's go ahead and head
Wait, do we have to
on
build like a
over to the
kitchen and a
farm
bathroom
area.
and stuff?
And then after this one, let's go do.
We have to
go
build
ahead
like a
do
kitchen and
reveal
bathroom and
on
stuff, or does
the,
it just like Minecraft stuff?
work that Team Pure has done here, because I'm expecting that between the two of them, they've done
Yeah.
a ton of custom stuff. I
Uh-oh.
I already know what you were about to say. I love the fence post window.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the fence post window.
Oh wow, yeah, and going up they sort of added a sort of a spiral look, or
Yeah.
a sort of a spiral staircase on the inside. This is a
What?
really, really cool
Oh, yeah,
looking build so
This
far.
is a very clean looking build, and I love the little touch with the end rods on the chain that they have for the lantern lighting up the
Are those
first floor.
invisible?
Yeah,
I
that's
love that
really
little
cool.
Did you
touch.
break it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I don't want to just be there.
I want to go up to the very top here and see if they're gonna actually do anything with that moss up in the very top. It looks like.
What do you have the
just
diamonds
for? The
for?
sake of texture, is
to
the
label
reason
the
it's there.
chests.
Just to have
Yeah,
a green block that is solid instead of translucent, which.
Yeah,
And you want to fill them up with
I don't
stuff?
really mind that.
I actually kind of like it. Because
The vines
especially
do
in a
grow
tree
over
that
time. I don't really like that.
Of the kind that they designed here, it would get so
that's
dense
okay.
towards the center of the
Mhm.
tree that you shouldn't really be able to see through it in the first place. So that is a
Yeah.
really, really nice detail to have here.
I'm not gonna fill
Yeah.
up the chests.
It's really cool.
Alright, time for the reveal of the work of Team Pure here.
And it looks like they added some rocks around it.
And,
Yes,
and
so
predicting.
those iron
predicting.
helmets were actually rocks.
I have
which,
such little space inside of the
at first,
tree.
neither-
but I have
we
so
couldn't
much
really
stuff
tell.
I
We
need
had
to
an
do.
idea it was either rocks or chairs. It ended up being rocks, which I love the detail here, because I don't know if it's just fortunate that it came out this way or if it was
The
an
shoutcast is
intended
just looking
outcome.
at her fire like.
But with the armor stands being in the ground,
Oh my gosh,
iron
yours guys look
helmets
here.
actually look black,
Have really nice builds.
but not quite black like netherrack or like netherite would be.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it
Yeah.
look like all of the stones around the campfire here have been charred over time from its use. So
Yeah, yeah, and that is a really interesting use of the armor stands.
All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and head inside of the tree here.
I really like what they've done
I love
inside.
the mid lighting with the candle. And
Yeah,
then-
they use invisible item frames to sort of indicate what each
Problem, the
chest
vines
is
are going
used for.
inside of my
I
house,
really
Dude.
like that.
That
and
is so nice.
it's not good.
Yeah.
I am tempted to let people in the SMP server convert item frames into invisible item frames for this exact
Okay, we gotta work
purpose.
on- Okay, so Dav-Man,
Yeah.
I was
And
thinking,
I really
instead of,
like what they've
making
done
it
here.
So that,
It's a really interesting
so that
really
each
interesting
tree
use.
has its own room.
The candles
we could just
midway
make
up.
little platforms
I really
with
like what they've done so far.
fences. Sound good? Or-
And let's also point out that they have made a point of making sure that this house is functional. They gave it a good amount of storage. They put smokers, blast furnaces, and regular furnaces, crafting tables here. It already looks, the interior already looks great,
Outside.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you say?
especially for the form factor. That
I'm
they
gonna
gave
start
the house.
building outside now.
Devin,
Yeah.
did you hear what I
Alright,
said?
let's
No.
head on back to BTAC. Starting
Yeah,
to put
Should it-
in,
and,
should it-
putting
I feel
in
like
a bunch of
instead of like making
ground
it
level
every single
foliage
tree
here.
its own
Looks
room,
can be
we should
deceiving
just, like,
because if we
make
head
bridges
inside
from
of
the
this
main
tree,
room
there's more
down
to it than
the
meets the eye.
trees, and
Oh
on
my
each tree
word.
is just a platform.
He
to
has
use
has
as fence.
gone-
Yeah,
built
like what they
out
have
the
over there, kind
inside
of.
of it. He's added
Except
multiple
better.
floors. these
Yes.
integrated vines as
Competition.
the sort of
I know.
patterns
There's
on
this
the
there's this
side.
one that is like
For being a
Honestly,
solo
like
build,
ours. So we're just
this
trying to
is
one up
super
them in every
this
category.
is very, very impressive. They made sure to make it functional. And they even themed the
Okay,
bed
but
with
how
the
do we connect
trees
them?
by making
Why-
it
Yeah.
brown.
I think I'm the only one with this
I
idea.
really like
what
their,
idea?
I really like their.
I mean,
their
just, like,
house.
the
And,
design.
for not a lot
Yeah,
of space.
I agree.
They've really added, you
It's
know,
not
a lot
right.
of
I know,
There's a lot
but
of
I'm just looking
personality
at
onto the
everyone's.
inside of it. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't look
personality is definitely
big.
the right word for
Okay,
this.
so Devin, how
it
are
doesn't
we
look
gonna
big, but it
connect them?
there's surprisingly a lot of space inside.
Are we gonna connect
Yeah.
Really
them?
just- it's
I don't
really
know,
cool.
like pathways.
Honestly,
We don't have to
if
connect
you
it all to the
look at
top.
this space
Maybe
from far
if we
away,
could connect it
kinda
down like
looks a little
here.
bit unassuming.
And
And then when you go in the
like,
front
where
door,
where
it's
they
just
connect, there's an entrance
huh?
to the ladder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, alright.
I really
I'm gonna
like
make
what they've done there.
Platform on this tree, alright?
Alright, over to
Like,
Las
Actually, I'm
Lots
gonna
of
make a
Vegas.
platform on the main
Yeah,
tree.
They've-
and she's
So-
added sort of a fire pit, sort of
Mhm.
Yep,
thing for
they've
cooking.
added a cooking
Yeah.
pit, and I love the fact that they used campfires here because then it gives the smoke particles coming
Also,
out from the
should
campfire,
platform on the main
and then they
tree-
use
oh,
the
wait, they
invisible
can't use
item
such-
frame to put a piece of cooked pork chop up on the little counter thing that they put off to the side of it. And
This has
then
taught
they
me that.
actually
Wait, I
built
kind of want to
custom
save this roll because I don't want to
burger
lose
here,
this build.
which
It's really neat.
I
don't know, I
really
feel
like
like
it.
Yeah.
I just want to
And
copy
the
and paste this
inside of their
into
house
my
looks
build.
largely the same. So nothing really changed in terms of the inside of their house. So, you know, mainly the same thing.
However, they did add a trap door that goes down into a separate room inside of the trunk of the tree.
Ooh, I didn't notice that. Very sneaky.
Very, very sneaky. Very, very.
I wonder
smart.
if they're going to add anything into there to sort of make it a sort of a
Also,
sort of a
since my HUD is off, if I become visible again, can you please tell me?
yes, I'll let you.
I need to figure out how to give infinite invisibility to people, because
Yeah.
I know you can do it, and I want to make it so that the startup command blocks give all of the spectators and admins infinite invisibility, so they can't be seen
Yeah.
Okay,
whatsoever.
is this a good
Um,
platform for it?
I kind of want to make it symmetrical.
And it looks like
ooh.
Teddy Bear and Egg Carton have sort of started to build it
Yeah,
out. They've
well,
added
I've
some
nearly got it all
campfires.
symmetrical.
They've
already.
also started to delegate certain platforms for certain things. They have one platform
Maybe we
that
should
has a full
shorten
set of
this.
netherite and an enchanted diamond sword up on the wall, or up on the tree, I should say. Over on another tree, they've made it the area where you could cook things faster. So they put a
Oh wait, this
blast
one needs to come
furnace
out
and smoker
one more.
over here.
Yep.
And then they have another tree
And
that has a smoker
here, I'll work on the
craft. It looks
fences,
like it's
alright?
probably
You-
a little
you
bit
work on
more
the
like
other
your kitchen
platforms.
area.
Do they have to be symmetrical?
They've
Yeah.
added a section for
No.
brewing. At least they're
Actually-
in the process of adding a section for brewing.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
to
really
make it
like what
symmetrical,
they've
Devin.
done. Oh, it looks like Future Sloth gave us a command.
Oh. Ah!
Why is this not working?
Ah.
Yeah, but I
This
really
is an
like
extra diamond platform.
what they've done here with the sort of I guess what's it called, like the segmenting of different trees having their own like specific sort of have their own specific uses. That's really nice.
I am gonna go
Okay, I
ahead
figured it out.
and get everyone
There we go.
infinitely invisible that needs to be.
Maybe don't make it as big as the middle one.
Like the platforms.
Yeah.
Smaller. just might be in this still edit things. Could you? So does it have to be symmetrical or no?
Alright, now over to Team Trees. I love the addition of a path here, and based on the palette that they have over on the side, they're about to start Alright, I just realized that was definitely because I accidentally hit my depth key. Okay. So coming over to Team
Yeah,
Trees
that looks
here,
good. Like this
we
big.
can see that they have
Okay, well,
started
we might
work on a
wanna
path here, and they
get
are
rid of
about to
this
start
branch.
texturing.
Time do we have left? I think we're coming up on time here.
No, we're at 7:02. Our
Okay, well,
start time was 6:10,
block
so
bigger, Devin.
90
If
minutes
we
would
don't,
make
then there won't be
it
any room to walk around
7:40
40 p.m. Yep.
7:40 on
So-
the dot.
So I'll give everyone a 10-minute heads up when we get to that point.
I am gonna go ahead and notify my Valorant team captain that I will be slightly late.
Yeah, this
I really
looks
like
good.
what Team Trees has done with the pathway. And they've made some significant upgrades to the inside. They've sort of added some food racks.
Okay.
They've added a table.
Yeah, I think this is good.
They haven't done a lot on the inside, but they've added some paintings. They've added
Wait, this bothers me a lot.
a nice little
This is-
kitchen area.
Like that.
Are
No,
you what?
let's
team
not
are you
do
talking
that.
about right now?
We can do
Team
it.
Trees.
Okay. On the note of Team Trees here, I love what they did with the
Maybe we make it
console.
come out one more.
Not using a ton of it, but including it in the path looks so good.
Yeah. Adds a lot of texture to it. It sort of breaks up sort of the
Oh,
sameness.
and also, I would like to point out one other
Yes.
thing. The rooted dirt included in the path.
Are you gonna put the fences
Oh yeah,
on
it's
this?
amazing.
Yeah.
Really nice attention to detail over here.
Yeah, it's a little extra piece that helps blend the brown dirt color with the stone color.
I'm trying to see
Because
what
it has
everyone
a little
has
bit
made.
of that brighter but all like on the side of gray texture to it. And the only other thing that they could possibly add to this to make it blend that much better, I don't think is in the game right now because of the version we're in. And that one thing is glow lichen. I think that is the only thing. I think that is, I don't think that is in the game right now. Let's go ahead and check out what Team Pure has done to start sprucing up. They're adding a little details here and there because they're basically done with their house here, and they're trying to add a few extra details. I love the little. Oh, they're responding to me in chat.
Yeah.
I don't have my HUD on.
Yeah, so Glow Lichen is in the game. I'm really interested to see how they sort of finish off the build, though. It looks like they're doing a lot of customization, which I really like.
I love the little pond that Team Trees is adding here with the little red sand and the
nice.
gravel.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right. After that little squirrel moment, let's go ahead and come back to Team Pure. I love the little platforms, the little balconies that they're adding attached to the underside of their trees here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where they take that. It looks like they drew a little inspiration from Egg Carton and Teddy Bear's build. But I'm really interested to see what they do with it, because they sort of have the base of their home done, and it looks like they're just starting to expand on it now.
The dude from over there is going around looking.
Okay, well I'll do the same.
No, don't.
About 35 minutes.
Oh wow, these buttons make it
Oh, yeah,
textured.
there we go, 34 minutes.
Did you put glow lichen on? Or wait, what is that?
What?
That.
That's tough.
Oh, Jeez.
Alright.
Nice.
And now let's go back over to BTAC. BTAC.
And he's added a moat, and I believe he's trying to build a bridge.
Yeah, it looks like what BTAC is doing here is using honey blocks to make. I'm willing to
Yeah, I
bet
put the buttons there to make them look
that
like
this moat, the way that it's gonna function, is gonna have something to do with
Are you
waterlogged
good at this?
blocks.
Is there a way?
Oh, for sure.
Hmm.
For sure.
um.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how this sort of ends up.
Where did I put it?
What?
Yeah,
I will be watching this with great interest.
yeah. I'm gonna go through this house again just to see if they did anything extra, just to make. That
How would I make like a little like
I mean, they've already
thing?
done so much.
They've
I want to
they've
put
already
like
done-
I want to make
They've
s'mores
already
and
done
stuff.
a lot.
But
Yeah.
if I use invisible item frames and
This
fishing rods,
unassuming little tree's got so much to it,
well, fishing rods,
Yeah,
not really.
it's really great.
and built by one person too.
Let me just like
Yeah,
look.
that's the most like insane
That's
thing.
yeah, that's the most notable
What?
part about this whole thing. It's built by one person.
He's really given it his all. That's really cool.
Let's come back over. To
I think we should make this
house
droop a little
and
bit.
see-
Yeah, and it looks like they've just been
Yeah,
sprucing up the
you did.
place. They added a little fire around back.
It's got a
Panic
sign
signal.
saying panic signal.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I love this so much.
Yep, and if we look inside, they're adding things inside. I like that. Oh,
I don't know.
Said they're adding things inside. It's time for me to go inside. Alright, I'm going to assume that these things inside are in the basement. I'm gonna drop down and then look. Oh my word.
yeah, they're really
What
building out
is
the
going
inside.
on in here? They put a vault down here, dude.
Yeah.
Yo. Yo. They just closed the door. Stop. Tom.
No, but that's really cool. Yeah, and they're adding in a little redstone contraption here for the panic signal. That's great.
They're trying to figure out how many solid blocks it takes to completely muffle the smoke. Alright, let's head on over to what are their names again? Teddy Bear and Egg Carton.
Yep, and it looks like they have continued to build out sort of segmented tree house sort of thing where each platform has
Darn,
its own
is so
purpose.
difficult.
And they're really just focusing on that, and honestly, that's really creative.
No,
I
what it looks like they're working on at this exact moment is
I've been
actually doing
focusing on this
tying
very,
down
very
the
difficult
ultimate
redstone build.
entirety of the build. The
Yeah,
hidden
that-
chickens holding
That's
up the
really
build.
cool. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot. That's a really neat add that they, it's a really small thing, but it really does add a lot of detail, and it sort of grounds it, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And since there wasn't,
I don't know.
it was a lot of just small detail
Good night, Mama
things
V.
going on over there. Let's head on back to.
Oh, okay.
Team
I'll pack when I go
trees
there.
here. Looking at team trees, they've
Yeah,
started to
yeah,
add
I
in
think
a
so.
couple of smaller
Only 30
custom
minutes
like
remaining.
Christmas trees going on. I love the mini spruce trees in here. The tiny stumps are just I don't know what it is about it, but it looks
been an hour
hilariously
already?
cute.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't.
I
Yeah.
like They could have just gone with regular spruce trees, because the
We have, like,
foliage
half an
is
hour
that
left.
of a regular spruce tree, but they decided to make
Yeah.
it absolutely adorable.
Sort of trees in progress. I love
This
it.
is terrible.
And it looks like they're sort of building out the little pond they have over here.
After looking at this pond with the custom rocks and everything everywhere, I would like to draw your attention to the interior. In their kitchen here, they have made a food rack.
Yeah,
out
I
of-
noticed that.
Out of unlit campfires.
Yeah, I really like that. That's a really neat idea.
And they've gone through and put random little pieces of glow lich in throughout the inside of the base.
Mhm.
Huh.
Yeah, this is a really neat thing. They're really going all in.
They
on these
really
sort
are.
of,
And
on the sort of
can I
aesthetic.
just, real quick, can I also pull your attention to the fact that they started texturing the foliage?
Yeah, they're
with
using
the-
different leaves.
I forget what the type of tree that, the azalea tree leaves, with the flowering azalea leaves.
Yeah, and they've
Ooh, yeah.
used different
We
types
should use
of
the
leaves.
azalea leaves.
They've
But,
even
like,
put in
different
some.
blocks.
They
We
put
should
in
use
some
the
spruce-
azalea leaves.
Some spruce leaves.
Yeah, to
Use, like,
sort of
different types
to
of
sort of break up
leaves.
just the
The monotony
biggest-
of the
Yeah.
oak. They've even put
Yeah.
in dark oaks to go with the oak. I love this.
it has a really nice texture.
See,
to
when
it.
I put a ton of focus into making a build look nice in Minecraft,
Why does that
for
not
me,
work?
it's not about size. It's not about complexity. It's about texture. Like,
Yeah, and
my
the
my
small
biggest
little
thing for
attention
my
to
own
details.
builds, my biggest thing for my own builds is texture.
Mhm.
Like, I'll start out using all one block just to get the frame, and then I'll go through and then remove some blocks and place new ones, just to add some texture to it.
Mhm.
And I love the fact that they've done this.
Yeah, really great.
Coming over to Pure here. Let's see.
They've just continued.
They've continued adding
in the
extra
expansion.
platforms. They're expanding the platforms.
They're sort of just growing. Yeah, it's great.
So somebody just got the achievement serious dedication. So it sounds like somebody is about to add some farmland in here, because that is the achievement for getting a netherite hoe. And it looks
Yeah,
like
and
it's
they've
over
sort
in-
of given the same treatment to all of the trees, where they sort of added in a custom base to it. That's really nice.
Yeah, I really do
Oh, well.
love the custom
There's
trees.
one
just
thing
look
that
so
I missed.
good. But at the same time, let's not count away from I forget their usernames every single time. Teddy Bear and Egg Carton. Let's not.
No. You see, they've actually used the standard trees, and they've sort of customized them to fit their needs.
They've been doing their customization mainly from making the base a functional base, as well as their detail is going from top down. It looks like.
Yeah.
Because they've put in glowberry bushes hanging from the
Oh my
trees.
gosh. I'm just
And
gonna
Gives it a bit of
continue
light.
taking some
in
inspiration from the
in
stream.
the forge area, they use the invisible item frames to
I'm
actually
gonna get
hang
a few things.
XP bottles.
Mm-hmm.
I love what they're doing with their base here.
Okay,
The
yeah.
top-down detail, especially in a treehouse. Unless you leave your base, if you're the only one who ever sees your base, what are you gonna be looking at?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be
Glowberries.
looking
You're
at,
gonna be looking at
your
the base.
base's ground floor and everything above it. So they're putting their emphasis on what the player who's using this base is going to be looking at.
Yeah, and that's what I really like. They're really taking a player-centric approach rather than like a
builder.
Rather than
I'm
like a-
trying to make this whole thing look amazing.
Yeah,
Quick, I'm
yeah. That's a really nice touch, I feel. Meanwhile, La Casitas,
What are they
they're
putting
just-
it on?
they're really just sprucing the place up. They have the panic signal. They have the farm going.
They're putting
have a
little
nice little-
stones all over the
Nice little
place.
fountain, little water feature going on.
Yeah.
I want to see
Oh.
what
No!
they've done to
Oh
the,
no,
the
that's so
inside
sad.
to see how that
Oh,
vault's
what happened?
been looking.
Okay. So you see,
Oh, they added a dragon.
there's
head.
water, and I'm
Yeah,
making
the
redstone,
dragon
and
head.
water hit the
I love
redstone,
the
and
The
Oh
little trophy
no.
room they got
Hey,
going
Brandon,
on here.
In my
And
mind,
then nothing,
whenever I'm
nothing
doing
changed down in the
redstone,
vault.
if you
at the very
have
bottom.
water in your inventory, you already know you've messed up. Like even just in your
But
hard
I mean, there
water.
really isn't much.
Well,
that
I'm
you
making
could do
redstone
to that
under a
vault
river.
without making
Yeah.
it too
Oh yeah,
cluttered
Dav,
at this
Dav,
point.
can you make
Yeah.
To make it
They've
fit
done a
the
good job.
form
Oh, yeah, a
factor of
river.
The bottom of their.
Just
hey, hey,
bottom
don't
of
be
their
don't
trees.
be like for me.
For sure.
No, we came up
Real
with this
quick,
idea a while ago. We just
Remember when you were talking about that pond
Executed
with
it.
the trees
yeah,
added?
execute.
I would like to pull your
Yeah.
attention to said
Okay.
pond again.
Yeah. They've been working on that a little bit.
Well, I
was
have.
I think it's kind of funny how all of their fish are
I
trying
do
to
have to
swim
say.
up one of the waterfalls.
Yeah.
Oh no, one of them flopping around. He fell out of the water. He got back in. Oh, there goes another one. But yeah, he's trying to push them all back in. What? This fish
One of
really,
them's just
really does
just
not want to
going
go
wild.
back in the pond.
oh no. Yeah, that's a rip on that
Unfortunate,
fish,
but
man.
it happens when you work with waterfalls and fish in a custom pond.
Yeah.
Some of them will inevitably find their way out of the pond and die.
They just don't know how to handle it, you know.
And then coming back over to Team Pure here, looks like they took a little bit of the inspiration from their neighbors
Teddy bear
directly
and the egg
next to
carton,
them
yeah.
and Teddy Bear and Egg Carton, adding a little bit of those moss blocks, a little bit of the azalea leaves, both the regular and the flowering, as well as the glowberry stalks coming down from the tree.
Yeah. Rib fish.
I think especially now because of how simple the build prompt
I've encountered a
comes
problem.
down to, and especially with everybody kind of taking a little bit of inspiration from each other here and there. It's with the rating here. It's all gonna come down.
Alright, we have 20 minutes to make a river fishing. I think we should work on that.
20 minutes.
Bigger things like texturing. Everyone is starting to do the texturing, which is awesome because especially in my case, going from really only knowing how to use redstone, and all of my bases just look like a cube that is made of all like 3 kind of blocks. To trying to put
it's
a
called
little bit more
axles.
emphasis to being good at building, seeing all the texturing and all the little tiny details that just add
Why are they all
so
pink?
much
I don't want
to the
pink.
build.
Axolotl.
It's both inspiring
I want a blue.
and making me
Ooh, I
proud
got
at
blue.
the same time. Seeing
I'm
everyone
just
improve
kidding.
at the same time.
No,
doing
it's
the
just
same
kidding.
stuff.
Personally, I feel kind of put to shame. None of my bases have ever.
Okay, they're jumping out of the pond. Can I kill them?
Ugh.
Sorry,
Well,
what was that?
hey, Tom, You can use the kind of stuff that they're working on in these builds here. Use it as inspiration.
Like by axolotl, you're dead.
Like, look at what they're doing and see like, oh, like I never thought
Oh,
that
shoot.
these two textures would look as good as they do
Oh
next
yeah,
to each other.
I accidentally did
I'm already
something
seeing things
that's
that,
not
that are
supposed to be how
Or
it
like
is.
putting a
I-
little
You're supposed to
stone
just do
buttons
different layers.
I know, that's what I was talking about.
Random rocks, small rocks. Now,
For one
something
person
that
on my
I'm talking
team,
about,
I
actually
got
gonna
a lot
fly up
done.
above everything,
Yeah, I
so
agree, you've done a lot.
the stream has a clear
Thank
view
you.
of all three
Thank
of,
you.
or all five.
Now
of
more
the
redstone.
different build teams here. Some overhead view.
Dav-Man, I'm lighting up our.
For the next Minecraft build,
What?
I don't know if we have any prompts. And I wanted to. I would
So,
need to clear
we
this
need
like,
a-
the head of the PSTEM tournaments. But I
The
actually
categories
wanted
are
to,
design, choice of blocks,
make a
creativity, functionality.
a Google form or whatever that has only one item on it, and it's just a text box. And any of the players and anybody watching the stream would then be able to put in requests for a build idea, and whatever gets the most votes, if they or it would probably
I
be
don't
a
know how to
two-stage
make it
thing
look
where
good.
everyone suggests something, and then we make another Google form with a 1 vote or a 1 to 2 vote checklist with all of the things that were suggested, and if the things were suggested, some things were suggested by multiple people, they would be the ones listed towards the top.
I
Alright. What happened to the stream?
I
Oh.
think that that's a really neat idea personally.
And
Sort
then
of give people sort of a voting ability for the next build.
Yeah.
And then for another change that I kind of would like to try and get put through for the next build competition, I want to. This is mostly on my end because I'm the server host here this time, and probably will be for.
One of the
however long we
people
continue doing this, which is
turned
probably
on my
quite some
thing,
time.
and I just immediately
I want to
Don't know
try
how
and
to explain
get
it.
the server over to
refilled it with water because
Bucket
it wasn't quite finished.
so that I can put in a couple of
They flipped the lever that they
building-oriented
weren't supposed to
quality-of-life
flip.
changes. I wouldn't put in any sort of
What
I wouldn't
in
put
the
like,
world?
edit or anything
Do you want to like
unless
texture
we
the
end up
river?
having a vote,
Like add rocks at the
go
bottom and
along
stuff?
The lines of mega bases,
I'm doing the secret
because
start
now
right
that
now.
we're on Java, if we were to, I actually know how to use command blocks in Java. So if we were to do something along the lines of mega base, I would include world edit, and then have a command block network that makes it so that you can insta teleport from any plot to any plot. But that's if,
I feel like
if
with
we were to do
Megabase,
mega base. And the
yeah,
reason the reason I
Megabase
want
would
to
need to be
include
significantly longer though,
we
because you
would
know you
need
need
more.
a
You
lot
can't
of
put
time.
We
buttons in
would
water.
need a little bit more time than
Yeah.
the 90 minutes that we normally give.
I thought you meant
But,
like the
yeah.
buttons and
With
such.
world edit, it would speed up mega base building ridiculously.
Mhm.
Gravel I could use.
Personally,
Um,
I'd kind of want to see like a mini city or like a mini town sort of theme.
Because I'm pretty sure there's some a function in world edit that's relatively recent that allows you to copy paste buildings.
Yeah, yeah.
And then off the topic of the world edit and mega base idea, this one I want to do
Oh.
for sure. If I can get the server switched over to Bucket, which will be relatively easy because the SMP server that I host normally is already Bucket. so
Rooted
I know
dirt.
what I'm doing with that. I want to put in plugins that will allow the players to.
There's a thing called rooted
with
dirt.
anvils,
What the heck is that block? What's it
rename
called?
items
Or is that tough?
using color
Tough?
codes that will change
No.
the name code,
Did
the
you put
name
glow like it on the
color,
road?
as well as
Oh, yeah,
change
that?
Oh,
what
yeah,
type
okay.
of text it is, whether it's like italic, bold, strike through, underline, and it actually allows the use of obfuscated text, which, if you don't know what obfuscated text in Minecraft is, it's that text that whenever you look at it, it's constantly
There's
glitching out.
shovels.
It takes the font that was used for enchantment table language, and it just does that, but every character changes character like 300 times a second.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the inside of this house is very aesthetically pleasing.
And then
Of
the
ours?
other plugin that I
Not
would want
ours,
to
this.
add is one that gives the
Which one is
players
this?
The one next to ours.
full control of armor stands. They can reposition armor stands
Yeah, dang, it
however
is.
they want, in whatever orientation they want. They can rotate. They can rotate
yeah, that'd
parts
be
of the
cool.
armor stands that they wouldn't normally be able to.
Oh, I'm assuming you're working on it.
Yeah.
Or was I wrong? Was it not World Edit? I swear World Edit's a thing where like you get a stick and
Can
then
you
you
put
can
multiple
like
item frames
you can
on
make like
each other?
spheres and elliptoids and stuff that are like either
Oh,
hollow
yeah,
or
you should
solid
you should do
with
things
whatever
like that to
block
make, like,
you
smaller
want. You can
buttons
make it
and
whatever
things like that.
diameter
What?
you want. That kind of stuff. I swear that's what World Edit is. Because there's a difference between like World Edit as a plugin and MC Edit, which is like a
Should I put things on
offline
top
thing
of
where you
here?
take the world file and you
Like
do
meat
changes
and
with
stuff?
it. But
Yeah.
On top of the campfire?
but yeah,
No, on top of, like,
if we were to do a mega base build, I would definitely have World
These.
Edit
Oh,
in
yeah.
it, just to help the kids be able to do stuff with a mega base faster.
Oh man, I'm really liking what I'm seeing, like the little improvements I'm seeing from all the contestants here.
And then with that armor stand plugin, it allows you to add arms to your armor stand, and each arm can hold something different. And you can also delete the pedestal for the armor stand and make any part of the armor stand entirely invisible.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And any item that
Oh yeah, add like hay
armor
bales
stand
and
is
stuff.
holding,
Make that look.
if it is renamed,
Make that
the
farm
name
look really
will
good.
appear.
We should make
I
like a
believe.
bridge right
If
here.
that is
How much
not
time do
the
we have?
case, if you
have
rename
10
the
minutes.
armor stand, its name will appear, and then you can move the armor stand's position, so that the name tag appears where you want it to. So you can make floating name tags anywhere using armor stands with that plugin.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
Are there
with
any, like-
plugins as complicated as
Or did I
the
just
armor
throw in
stand one especially is,
I accidentally chucked something in there.
I would make sure to make a tutorial video or find one.
Bad,
that
I
is effective.
accidentally locked one of the
Uh,
contestants
like,
in, so they couldn't get out until I finished building
I
on it.
really like
Oh, that's
how
sad.
all these bases are starting to turn.
What
out.
the heck? These
So,
vines are
for
crazy.
stream, I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna start with BTAC space and I'm gonna make one big loop around because we've got 10 minutes left.
Who's Who
I
got
like that
G?
BTAC added the little mini piston.
Is he-
That's
is
one of
he
the
a shrimp?
moderators.
It's a really nice detail.
He's like the scarab
They
person.
added a few barrels,
Uh,
a few extra barrels inside of the tree for a little bit more storage.
I'm very happy with my build.
But other than that, a lot of
Nice.
the details have been outside of the tree, which I'm gonna go back and look at. They added a moat, they added some foliage, a bunch of flowers especially.
They also added a fully
Trees.
functional bridge, by the way.
Yes.
That is very cool.
Yeah, that unfortunately whenever you toggle it, it doesn't refill itself.
That's
But-
more of a Minecraft issue
That's
than
that's
a
that's
builder
more of a
issue, though.
that's more of a Minecraft being weird kind of thing than anything. But I do like that they added axolotls.
What?
Yeah, invisible item free.
They added
Oh, yeah,
like 7, but I think 6 of them
axolotls,
got
maybe?
up out of the
No,
Wait, how do you-
They
one
get
of
out of the water and
mermaids.
just
But
Wait.
handle.
How'd
he's
you
the
make those
lone
like
survivor.
jungle trees huge?
And then moving
Yeah.
over to Las
Are those jungle
Casitas,
trees?
Yeah.
we see them throwing a bunch of
You just put, like,
stuff
4
into a
together?
custom
We put
lava
5
pool
together.
that they added.
One in the middle.
And they
one
did
in the
add a
middle.
bunch of custom trees, like
And then we
smaller
we just,
custom
like,
trees, and
added
I
onto that.
love the way these look. It's like just tiny little
And to make 'em
extra
big, Brandon,
trees.
We should make this look good. We
around the main tree here.
I think.
Wait, how do you make them big?
And they
looks
have
really
You
they
use
have
the
left a
saplings in
few of the
2x2.
trees normal, which honestly
If we,
looks good because of the number
put
of
a
custom
chicken
trees
down
that
here.
they've already put in.
So can you grab like a
And
chicken?
then
Yeah.
coming over
And lead as
to,
well.
Teddy Bear and
Acorn.
What did you
Okay,
just do?
thank you.
Oh yeah, that might look good actually.
remembered this time, kind of. It looks like
Oh, we can't waterlog that.
Here.
Okay,
Yeah.
They
get a-
are
They've added in
Splash
some
water.
grass on the floor. I like that.
What?
Yep,
is that?
they
They've sort of
decided
segmented each of the
They
little-
tried to add an infinite
Or
water
fighting
pool
downstairs.
using waterlogged blocks, but
2 people living at my house, I guess.
it didn't work out
Uh.
quite the way they were expecting yet.
Okay, that looks
They're
decent.
getting at here, and they'll figure it out eventually. They'll figure it out eventually if they keep
Given
going at
enough
it.
time, yeah.
But they are adding just this traditional infinite water pool. So
Yeah, let's get chickens and stuff. All right.
other
Should we
than
make like a
that,
pen for them somewhere,
they
like right
haven't
here?
made.
No, like trust me. We're gonna get chickens. We're gonna get leads, and then we're gonna put them up to the so it looks like it's like a rope thing.
Point where
Yeah,
Where
and you know
if-
we
if
do
they
only have
were-
10 minutes left.
if they were to do anything extra with this, it's now 7
I gotta
minutes
take a leak.
remaining. They
Hey, can you
probably
get like chickens,
would
please?
make their base look a little bit worse
How
because
many,
it would
3?
end up being a little bit too cluttered.
No.
the space that they have
Put them
left.
in the holes
But
that I make, and then
really the only
put them
thing
on a
that
lead,
they
and then
haven't
put a
seen
block
really
here, and put a lead there.
understanding that there's
Okay,
7
Christian?
minutes
So
left
here,
and
let's
it's
do
kinda
it.
coming to a close, is maybe adding
Wait, to get rid of these?
extra stuff.
No,
on
Christian, get
ground level,
rid of those.
foliage, rocks, and ponds and stuff. And then coming over to
Hey,
Team
do you
Trees,
have
it
a
looks
lead,
like
please?
They've also come
Can you
pretty close to
lead that
stopping
one?
point Here. They've added a
Oh,
I don't know if
yeah.
the seed
And-
covers
no,
were
don't
last
put it
time,
there.
But I noticed them this time.
Oh.
They added some barriers as well to prevent the fish.
so
from
lead it, and then put it on the
getting
top one
as
right here.
And namely the turtle from escaping. I love the addition of the
Yeah, I guess.
mossy cobblestone podzol and coarse
Yeah, we
dirt
cover this
all
chicken.
over the ground. It really gives a
Hopefully,
special
not
atmosphere
murdering them.
to,
but-
Devin, that's the wrong
the
hole.
landscape.
Well, this one too.
that,
Oh, wait.
Wait, Christian,
they
what's-
No, this
brought.
hole's
think-
the wrong one. Wait, is
Also,
it?
the turtle is named, by the way, if you
Wait,
want to
the-
go
Okay.
take a look.
lantern, never mind.
This is the wrong hole right here.
Yeah, they named the turtle.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
King Turtle from Atlantis. Ah, yes. You have to make the reference
I-
to the last build
Oh.
competition.
Now go up
I
to.
love the little river
Yep,
and
and then this
bridge
one right here.
that Team Pure here has added. I love the
Can you
fact
back
that
up?
they used extinguished campfires for the main section of the bridge. It really
5
gives it
minutes?
that
Oh my gosh.
this is a
But
tiny,
don't you think there should be an animal
somewhat
pen
rickety
somewhere?
bridge feel, and
What?
addition
You're
of
gonna
the
put an
little
animal
chicken
somewhere, right?
leads to hold up the bridge
Chicken.
looks really good.
Cow.
Over in the corner,
How do I get rid of
also
that?
Added a little farming area.
This
There
chicken's
are
wings are like
stacks
through the block.
up, and they've also finished up the extra platforms around the underside of the house area of the trees, and they've put a bunch of lanterns all over the place to keep it lit, which honestly looks really good. I love the fact that Mojang added they added lanterns to Minecraft.
Turtle shell
And
Hey,
helmet?
do you-
What in
do
the
you have
world?
An invis item frame that they could grab.
oh, did they drop theirs? Yeah.
Yeah, they can't find
Yes, I do. Las Casitas. I am going to
Yeah,
drop.
she's in the middle here.
I'm going to drop the extra item frame
Sung to me.
inside of the house in the kitchen.
Wait, I got an achievement. It, like,
Sorry
people
for
started
the,
singing. What is that about?
Wait, what?
just to make
I
sure.
got an achievement. People started
Hey, do
singing.
you wanna
Um,
get like fence gates?
And the bone meal coming out from Teddy Bear and Egg Carton.
Yep.
Sprucing up the bottom level. Even though bone mealing the grass is such a simple thing, it adds
It really
so
adds a lot,
much.
yeah.
It adds
Ooh, I
so
have an
much
idea.
more to your build than anyone
Mhm.
than really anyone could have thought until after they do it the first time.
Oh my gosh, it's nerve-wracking.
That's way too many.
It does look like everyone's just coming up down to their finishing touches here, adding tiny little things here and there just to try and get a leg up on their competition. And I'm really excited to start.
I'm so happy with what I have built.
In about 3 minutes here to start going through
Yeah.
and
Where?
creating the groups here.
Just hand it to me. Or just put it on the ground next to the chicken somewhere.
I put it on this block right here. Oh.
I need to
Chop
do
on
another
this
one
wall.
on this.
I need to fly back up because when I tried to alt tab, I hit control, so my control key got locked on Minecraft. I am going to pull up the judging
The farm in
sheet
Do you
2
wanna
minutes.
place like actual blocks like right here?
Of wheat.
Yeah.
and then we can actually. I'm actually able to edit this.
Wait, it's okay if the
document,
tree's
so I'm
kind of
going to
hanging
do
off the edge,
each team
out of that gold
Maybe do you
area.
wanna put wheat
so
there?
that we can very
Where?
quickly
Oh
sum
yeah, wheat
these
instead of hay.
up.
Okay. Calico.
And I'm gonna just go
Alright,
in
alright.
clockwise, starting with VTAC here.
I think we're
I need-
almost out of time.
I need to sign in order to edit that though.
Yeah, this is a.
Dude, I keep hitting the wrong key.
We did a nice job, Christian.
One person, I think I did.
Alright, please tell me I got
Yeah,
it
you
right.
did
I
good.
did get it right. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Now. We've got 5 teams, so we're going to make
Oh my god.
5 columns.
Okay, I'm done.
Brandon just goes, oh
automatically
my gosh,
centered.
oh my gosh.
I honestly don't know who I like the best. Mine, I mean,
I want to look
I like
to
the-
see what the people who copied us did.
I definitely like the inside of mine, but it doesn't meet the requirements, so I don't think
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh,
win.
enchanting table. Actually, we don't have time.
We need glowberries.
I already put glowberries on.
You did?
Wait, what? What? Glowberries for what? Oh, darn it.
We got Team Trees and Team Pure.
Whatever.
Oh no.
Alright.
Wait, so I can rewatch the
Let's go to
stream
our
after this?
And that is
What'd you say?
time.
What'd you say,
So,
Devin?
Let's go to our builds.
Stand in front.
alright. Are you ready to start grading here, Tom?
Where did my item
Yeah,
frames
I
go?
think so.
Devin, do you remember the
Do we
code for the
want
door?
to sort of
Yeah.
call out what we're given, or do we want to sort of keep it a secret?
I'd like to call out what the
It's
what
like
the grades.
Going
because,
in and out of my
a
building with
lot
the
of
pressure
them
plate
here,
thing.
Especially since there are 2 of us grading it. Besides the caster's choice, because that is entirely up to opinion based on the caster. The grades here are kind of like a me and you discuss and come to a conclusion here.
Yeah, we made a really nice one.
So do we want to start out with, I guess, with
First
VTAC
of all, I would like to start with the
Wait, what? I'm
design
posting a
thing
voting link in
saying
Discord
design
if you'd
looks
like
a
to.
treehouse
Maybe
and
it'll
is
be in
inside
there.
of a tree.
Oh,
have
okay,
it
never
on.
mind.
Beautiful.
I didn't even realize.
If there-
Absolutely,
If there
every
is ever
single team
another
gets full
competition,
marks on this one.
would you guys like to?
Full
It's okay if
marks.
you guys tell me.
There's not a single team
Thank you.
that ignored the prompt. They all had their own spin on it. I 100% think that they all hit the mark. 100%.
Yep.
We're gonna
And-
I
vote
feel like it's
them.
really going to come down to creativity and fun.
No, we don't vote. I think
Yep. Yep.
Oh, for the next one.
I definitely
okay.
agree.
What is
that.
the?
Everything here looks on
Oh.
theme. Everything here looks amazing. Yeah, I
Devin,
definitely think
can
it's
we-
going to
can
come
you
down to the
watch
Hey,
creativity
Christian,
and the functionality.
Can
Of
you?
each space. So
I'm gonna take a
I'll explain the
screenshot.
criteria that we're judging on. So
Alright.
we're
Yeah, I'm gonna
going
do that too.
with design as our first criteria.
Can we?
How
do I
Can
take
you?
screenshots?
Can you like
Design
stand like right
looks
here,
like a
Christian?
treehouse. It is
And look up.
inside a tree. Inside is sort of loosely interpreted. It's
How do I control this?
the house has been incorporated
up.
with the tree in some way. The second is choice of blocks. So using a variety of
alright.
different blocks that go. along
Someone's
with
shooting
it.
Oh,
arrows
wait,
at my
I
build.
forgot
That's
to
annoying.
go in
And then we
F1.
have creativity. So the personality of the players has been added with extra features
stand
and
still.
design.
I know. I'm trying
And
to.
finally, functionality.
Alright.
Treehouse looks like
Thanks.
it would work as a home, and it was made with blocks to defend.
Okay, so the stream's on
weather
Twitch.
and weather.
Yeah.
And it just
What's it called?
overall
Can you go
Praise
to the
them
stream?
esports.
like
you-
it's a fun.
All one
Go
word,
to
no
the stream
caps.
and
Yeah.
So that's sort of what we're
share your
judging
screen,
them
'cause I
on.
can't go to it.
Oh yeah,
Um,
sure.
I think personally,
Yeah, me
I
too.
think that BTAC is very very creative with how he
Yeah.
did his.
I definitely
Thank
agree
you.
with that. Especially with the point on the
Wait, is this
creativity here
Brandon?
saying
Yeah.
added the personality of the players has been added with extra features and design.
Ooh, that's my
Um,
build.
I specifically want to point out the functioning moat because
The moat is
functioning
really
moat
great.
is something that sets BTAC apart like entirely from BTAC's competitors here because they're the only one that put a moat in. And then I also
Yeah.
want to draw attention to the special little attention to detail in here with the brown colored bed to fit the fact that it's inside of a tree. And then between the fact that they were building by themselves and still managed to pull off a custom tree, fully functional house that has it's got a crafting table, it's got a furnace, it's got a bed, and it's got some storage in it. Those are the biggest things here, but the fact that BTAC did all of this by themselves, I would like to argue that BTAC should probably get a 29 or a 30 in creativity because this was
100%.
very well executed as a solo
Yeah,
build.
honestly, the only thing that I would take some points off is for choice of blocks. All the leaves
Aw.
are the same texture.
And
Um,
that
Wait,
was
no.
I was gonna point.
I
was gonna
did
actually
two different
say
leaves for
something
the
here.
tree.
And
Oak leaves
the
and jungle
tree-
leaves.
The tree, while it does look nice, they use the same type of wood block for the entire tree. I do like how they capped off the tree. It really does help it.
However, the amount of times that they did cap off the logs does look a little bit of excessive, and towards the
Yeah.
bottom, it looks like a lot. It
Yeah.
looks a little bit more like a man-made platform, although it does still have the appearance of a tree.
And that would be the only things I would mark him off for. All the other categories, great
So,
job.
What
Overall,
would
amazing.
you argue out of 10 should be the score that BTAC gets for choice of
I-
blocks here?
I'd say 7, solid 7.
All right, I agree with that. And then functionality-wise, Treehouse would work as a home. It was made with strong
100%.
blocks. Yeah, 100% functional as a home. It's got a crafting table, a furnace, a bed, storage, both ender chest and normal, some barrels, and then it's got lighting to prevent spawns. So Yeah, it
Perfect.
covers everything you need to make it a functional home. And it's even got a front door to it, which
Yep. Beautiful.
the function. So, just because of the fact that it is a two-way pressure plate door, I would like to say a 9 on functionality. On the fact that
Oh, yeah,
as
got it.
a
Did you make it a
house on
two-way?
your ground level,
Wait, I
if you
guess
walk
both
into it
levels,
at
it
night,
stays with that.
monsters could follow you through the door.
He does have a moat though.
He does have a moat, but they can also just walk through the water.
What?
I think,
It's only
I
one
think they
block.
like your moat, Brandon.
I would like to say that he does have a moat though. So
Oh,
I-
yay. This
I
moat
accept
is
your point, and I
Is
will.
a moat.
the moat.
I had initially thought a 9.5, but I did not want to deal with fractional values.
yeah.
Oh, darn it.
All right, so we're gonna come over to Las Casitas here. Starting off here, let's start with their choice of blocks. Like a lot of other people here, they did go through and make sure to texture everything.
Varied it up a little bit. I would like to say that the actual house itself sort of looks a little samey. I like what they did with the layer of oak blocks. I think that does help to break up the sameness of the house, but towards the front of it, it definitely does look really samey, especially with the roof. I did like what they did overall. I think that.
Oh,
the
I haven't
house,
seen you
though,
guys' house at
would
all
be
yet,
the
so that'll be a
only area
surprise.
I could possibly even mark down.
They
But
added a toilet.
overall, I think they did a really great job with mixing up the blocks and
The
making
toilet's
it
like right in front of the
sort of
bed,
just
though.
breaking it up and
Wait,
adding
they
some
didn't even
texture
notice
to it.
the door.
And also, I would like to, if you haven't gone inside of the house right now, I would like to point out the interior of the house. They do have a handful of the invisible item frames, and they have put a bunch of candles everywhere to make it a little bit more homely. And then if we go downstairs, let's see.
Oh, they did
let's
notice.
see just if they did anything else to the trophy room.
I don't
vault,
know if I
which
like
does
that.
not look like they did, which is good. They didn't make it too cluttered. They got something that they felt confident with and then left it, which is absolutely perfect. And going with what you had said on the choice of blocks here with the house itself, besides towards the bottom layer, looking pretty flat.
I hope one of
because
us gets
most
first
of it
place.
is jungle
I don't know
planks
if we
and
will,
jungle
though.
plank
Yeah.
stairs.
Because, like, this one and another
I
one
was
look
thinking
really good.
maybe maybe
Is
an
it tea?
8 or a 9.
Our
Darn it!
inside
choice
doesn't
blocks
look
here
the
because
best.
They do
Yeah, I
have
was thinking-
everything
Our
throughout
inside
the
doesn't look
base.
the best.
It does still have
Yeah.
texture, but the house.
I got a
itself is
7, they got an
little bit-
8.
A little bit
I think
flat.
that's 9.
Yeah, I was thinking an 8 for that. Definitely a good.
Well, it's different
good
things, so I
start.
don't quite know.
Or like if they had a little bit more time.
I
I
wouldn't
feel like they
say it
could've-
was I wouldn't say it was a time issue. I would point towards, namely some of the ground level decor that they added. They kind of took away from the main section of their build.
I would
yeah.
like to
The
say
texture.
ground level looks amazing.
Yeah, their ground level.
These guys
does
are so
look
professional.
gorgeous. And I would say that
This was me
creativity
last
here,
time.
because of the ground level decor.
Wait, you were
I would
speaking last
argue
time?
it is a
Yeah, I judged.
Yeah, definitely.
But this time I was actually playing
And
in
then
it.
functionality.
Because last time it was
go
12
back
and
inside of
under,
the
this time it was
house,
13 and up.
I would.
I don't see any issues with functionality.
I don't
Well-
see any issues with functionality either.
Well,
They've got
you
a
can
blast furnace,
play
a
in it
smoker,
as well, but
They have
Exceptions.
regular furnaces, crafting tables.
I'm
storage
13,
space.
so.
They've got beds as well, and that's everything you need. So
I'm so happy with my build, that's all that matters, though.
I would argue
I'd
that
say
is
with
also
an
a
hour
10.
and a half and only being on your own, you did perfect.
And then
I don't actually
moving
like working with
on
other people, because
to,
if I have an idea, they can
Teddy
accidentally,
Bear
like, ruin
and
it, I
Egg-
guess.
Egg
But
Carton here.
I do like working by myself better.
I love the two ladders on either side in the middle of the base here.
Yeah. It gives
The-
you a couple different options to
Like
get up
we were-
inside.
Like we were talking about during the build period, the way they kind of sectioned out everything and gave each platform its own little purpose. I really love that as well. And the little details here and there up top with the glowberries and a lot of vines everywhere, the extra hanging down what looked to be dead branches, the hanging lanterns, and the each bed on the base is a different color, so it looks like it's supposed to be a different person's. I would argue that for choice of blocks here, since the foliage and platforms are fairly
Uniform.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for there. I would argue probably a 7 or 8 on the choice of blocks here as well.
Yeah, that's really the only thing I could mark him down for in terms of like choice of block and design.
Because functionality, they get a perfect 10 on this one. because
Actually, I would say that they get a 9. I think that the vines
so?
are actually a bit of a hindrance when you're just walking around.
Now that
Do we
you
have
point that
vines?
out, there is a trick that
How do I fix
I haven't
this?
seen any of the.
Oh,
I
dang.
didn't see anybody
How
use
long did that one grow?
allows you to actually
I know. I
the
I
growth
told
of
them to
vines,
turn the vines
and
off
it,
because
if you
inside of my
press a
house
piece
there's
of
vines
string
everywhere, and I just
underneath
added
it,
vines for the initial
it
ladders.
it'll stop in place.
Yeah,
But they
outside
didn't
of that, though,
respond.
This is an amazing house. I
Yeah.
love it. But the only
Okay, whatever.
mark I can find, the only markdown is functionality
And choice
the-
of blocks. What would
Yeah, choice
what
of
would you
blocks.
argue for choice of blocks? A 7 or an 8?
I'd say a 7
What?
personally.
All right. And
Wait,
then
can you go
back there real quick? I wanna
creativity,
see mine.
definitely would love to give this.
Wait, does it show
because,
individual? Oh, it
whether it
does.
was intentional or not, it
Apparently
was.
they can't hear us.
Uh oh. on stream or.
On stream.
Oh no, that guy did one better than
maybe
me.
You might have your tab muted because I can definitely see my mic
Your
and desktop
functionality was
audio,
better.
monitors bouncing.
Wait, where does it say that?
Oh,
Oh, no,
yeah,
the-
okay.
look.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's
I was
what it
talking
says.
about these guys.
I just hit F1.
So far,
when I
those
wasn't
guys
tapping
looks like
Minecraft.
they're gonna be nice.
Oh darn it, I didn't get first.
It's okay.
Okay, they
That's
can
okay.
hear us again.
You're like,
So
Okay.
it might have been a random cutout.
I feel like
Team
our,
pure.
I feel
So,
like our
On
design.
creativity, whether it was intentional.
I feel like
or
some
not,
designs
I would
should not
love
be
to
entirely
give
50,
this
but
a 30
it's whatever.
because it was.
Yeah, I don't like
is
the
kind
base of. I mean, the base of mine was kind of iffy, but I think
Yeah.
the base of the other one was a little big.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
That took a lot of work.
I don't
Took a lot of-
really like how there's nothing on the ground for them.
And
it's-
honestly,
but that's okay.
apparently
Because
they can't
I
use
took
the
a lot of
shortcuts
time
on the
for-
stream.
The tree that I made by myself, and they kind of just built a circle. But they beat me in that. Sad. Like to make sure you tap into or play with. Wait, what?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it might just be them. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I think to really settle the scores here, we're gonna have to go back into creativity or design
yeah,
and
we
sort of
probably
make
will.
some edits there. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm
we
second
probably-
place?
And then yeah. And that's perfectly fine. Going through a round 2, because anybody who doesn't like basically tie on round 1, if we can pull a couple of people out, then we can be a little bit more specific with our grading choices.
Yeah.
Coming over to team trees here.
Team trees.
even just looking at the tree itself and
Okay, the tree on the outside looks like.
they added a carpet in the corner with dogs. I did not catch that.
Oh,
They
used the
put
bottom
sea
of the
lanterns
added-
behind their rack of food. for
That does look
light.
nice.
I would also like to point out that outside they have little cobblestone blocks and item frames and buttons, sort of to simulate rocks outside.
That is
I think
so
they might win.
smart. The cobblestone
Yeah.
in the invisible item frames.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
a big brain move right there. Big brain move.
And it really is.
Oh no, they're
just-
gonna win.
Honestly, there's so much attention to detail in this house.
Yeah.
This is definitely amazing.
and
I
all-
can't think of anything to really mark them down for.
Yeah,
Everything about this house is.
I definitely got.
Mobs can get in easily though.
uh,
I guess.
Maybe
I would
Creativity.
give Team Trees a perfect score for this one.
Oh
yeah.
no.
I honestly would give Team
Oh,
Trees
no.
a perfect score. Like,
Yeah, I don't want to
they've-
call it
they've
quite
got-
yet because we still do have one base to go.
Yeah,
But so far, this is definitely the strongest build.
they've got
we've seen so far.
amazing texturing, but they
gosh,
didn't
the
go
edge
too
right now.
overboard with it. The only thing they could have possibly gone overboard with the texturing on is going to be the path. But even then, it makes it look like a very, very worn path because maybe this base has been here for an extremely long time. So maybe that's something they were going for, which would play into their creativity. And they did say that there is a book on a pedestal upstairs that must be read.
I did give that a quick read.
Day 34. I finally finished the construction of my treehouse. I can rest inside of here if I want to relax from the outside world. Unfortunately, I do not have anywhere else to expand to but down. I guess maybe in week 6 I might add a basement for my future needs. I could always add a nether portal in my future basement and explore the new dimension, the nether. I should be prepared enough
I'm kind of confused.
for that adventure. If I am not, it could
From the
cost
book?
my entire life,
Yeah.
all of my progress.
Why?
It's like
My
a
goal
diary
with this
written
tree is to
in the
possibly
making of
connect
this
another
treehouse.
terraform tree
Mm,
to my
okay.
base in case if I run out of the room where I can add new materials. Signing off the night, the future bulldog. That is such a smart little touch.
Yeah,
I didn't
I like it a
know
lot.
if I like that.
That is so creative.
yeah.
But that base is good. The only bad thing is
I
that mobs
definitely
could get in
think
really
that,
easily.
They've earned full marks.
Good
for
idea.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
help them open up
they
the
have
door.
earned
What?
full
You're
marks.
gonna have to help them open up the door.
And
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you for pointing out that book because I wouldn't normally click into a lectern to see if it was written. So
Yeah, I noticed that. Excuse me. I noticed
Oh,
that
no.
sort of at the start there. I noticed that they had added in a lectern and there was a book on it, so curiosity got the better of me, and I sort of got a sneak peek at that. It's a really neat idea.
and then last but not least, we come over to
Okay, I have a good feeling you guys are gonna win.
looking at just their path at the start here, I love that it has a little bit more of a stone look to it, so it was man-made, than it is, it just looks completely and utterly run down so hard that you can start seeing the pretty heavy stones underneath it, but it is
Yeah.
still a dirt path. I love that. And I love, I don't remember the code. Alright, well, Dav-Man, put in the code, please. I was one lever off.
The code is definitely
The
great.
shame.
What?
But
in-
functionality-wise,
Oh, 10
functionality-wise, between the padlock,
That code
door
is really
and
smart, though.
flying up into the main base area, they've got the blast furnaces, smokers, regular furnaces, so that you can smelt absolutely everything that you could possibly need to here. And then the storage, as well as beds included, lighting and the use of slabs throughout the base to prevent spawns. Absolutely incredible touch to have.
And I would like to say their campfire is possibly the coolest part of their base.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything quite like this. This is
yeah,
really cool.
I gotta agree with you on that one. The campfire has gotta be one of the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. In Minecraft, put into a build.
Did you or Devin
in-
make the campfire?
In any setting besides Hermitcraft, if you're staring at Iskal or BOO, because those two are.
Is that
just-
helmets?
They're built different.
That's really
But-
smart.
This is quite honestly one of my favorite builds.
Yeah, you guys are definitely winning.
Over right next to the campfire, I love the. I don't know if this was intentional or if this is just the space they thought to put it. I love that the little space with the cows, chickens, and sheep is right next to the campfire.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
if you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
And I would like to add in that they've added a lot of undersea life as well.
Oh, they did.
And that's another thing
Oh, yeah.
with
They did-
Bulldog
they
and
did-
Future
right.
Sloth. They also added in some fish and some under the water.
Wait.
Uh,
Oh darn! I
foliage.
killed my axolotls.
So big props to both of them.
Everything that we're looking at here, and especially since a lot of the vines are not overhanging into, besides this one spot right here, they're not overhanging into the area too much, to where they're a little bit of a hindrance to your walking around.
Yeah, you guys are winning.
I would say, and this is going to prompt us to need to grade a lot more strictly. I would say that on the initial pass through, Team Pure also gets a perfect score.
Yeah, I would say that as well.
Okay,
Ooh, you guys
so
are tied.
let's see
And
here.
then
Let's go ahead and get the spreadsheet addition. Equals D3 plus 5 plus D7 plus
I'll work from Team
D9,
Pure.
and then copy formatting across. Alright, so it does look like narrowly by 1 point per team, besides Team Trees and Team Pure, we already have our first, second, and third. We just need to more strictly regrade Team Trees and Team Pure. So,
I'm not
Teddy
placing.
and, Teddy Bear and Egg Carton have a 96 for their score. BTAC has a 97 for their score. And Las Casitas is the group coming in confirmed third place with
Oh, they're not-
98 points on the initial pass.
so you got fourth,
So,
which is insanely good
Las
for one
Casitas,
person
if you
because
would like to
that
go
team
ahead
had
and
2
take
people and you
fourth
beat them.
place on the copper
Yeah.
podium.
Wait, who'd I beat?
Yeah. And
The
I would
one
like to
that
say
had a ton of
BTAC,
trees, like us.
definitely earns my caster's
And had,
choice
like,
pick.
Thingies.
Oh, so the people you're
Personally,
competing against.
That
Yeah.
one is my personal favorite out of all the bases. Like personally, I really like the vibe of it.
Okay.
I don't know.
BTEC definitely gets my caster's choice.
Oh,
And
Brandon.
based on what I said about halfway through the build period, I bet you can assume exactly what base is going to be my vote for my caster's choice. And that is going to be Team Trees, because the texturing here and the
Am I a
design,
caster's
the
choice?
custom rocks,
Mhm.
I don't know what that
the,
means.
Me neither.
everything going. that
Oh,
is
it's like
happening on
the-
our base
I think it's
just-
the pastor's
it looks
favorite
so good
build.
to
Yeah.
me.
like
Yeah,
individually.
and I think that goes to
Yay.
what I think we need to. We honestly, I think that as good as the design is with Team Pure compared to
No.
Team Trees, I think
Okay.
that Team Trees just takes it a little bit over the top with just their attention
Wait.
to detail, their
Oh
texturing,
no.
and just how much work, including that little
over the
lectern.
over the top
Aw.
in like a good way or a bad way.
Oh, definitely in a good way.
Okay. I was about to say, because
We have a
that
random
little
chicken.
lectern at the top,
Where'd that
adding a
come
little
from?
bit
Random
of a
chicken.
lore component to the build that they have, that was probably about the smartest thing they could have possibly done to get a one-up on their competitors.
Campfire.
That is such a nice little touch, and I love it so much.
Yeah, but campfire. We've got a campfire. Come on now.
I think
Yeah,
that first
fire.
place is gonna be going to Team Trees, personally.
Oh, darn it.
Dang.
All right.
Alright.
That was
definitely
harsh.
You did a good job,
agree
Christian.
With that myself. So if Team
I'm like-
Pure, if you guys come and take your iron podium,
We did a good
and
job. This was our
Team
first time.
Trees
You're
take the
12.
gold podium,
And,
then,
yeah.
just for the sake of for memories and being able to post this on all the other Prairie STEM social medias, if you could please stand side by side on your podiums so that each of your usernames is perfectly visible and your player models are perfectly visible, so that we can take a
Can you scoot
screenshot
over? Actually, no.
and
You're fine.
include it in
Yeah, that's good. Oh,
our social media posts.
no, like over to the that way more. More.
All right.
Look at me stuck at the corner all sad.
Yeah,
Alright.
like Tom just said in the game chat. Honestly, amazing builds. Really, really, really good job around the board from everybody.
Just amazing.
I beat 2 people, so
Absolutely
that's
amazing.
good.
Yes.
Well, I think that wraps it up for this Minecraft build challenge. Again, I am Eldritch, and this is Adam. And thank you for tuning in.
How many potatoes does
today,
that dude have?
and make sure to tune into any future Prairie STEM events. And real quick, as a plug here, before we get to the official extra choices here and there, while we're like picking everything out and giving them their actual category name.
Copper.
I was also told that I am allowed to, and actually encouraged to plug my own channel if I plug theirs back. My Twitch
Oh my gosh.
is
It's like
Eldritch
the taps on the ground.
_V1. If you'd like to have any, typically it's going to be fast-paced first-person shooter content.
Yes.
Go ahead and check it out. I would also like to point out that it, unless of course your parents allow you to play games like Call of Duty or the like, very very gory.
We're gonna crash this server with all
type
these
games,
potatoes.
I would
And gold and
recommend against
chicken nuggets
tuning
and
into the
whatnot.
stream because at times, especially since I play Valorant as my main game, and sometimes, especially late at night, I can be somewhat vulgar.
Yeah.
Unless that is alright with your parents, it would be best not to tune in unless I specifically drop the 18 reading on the
Yeah,
stream.
yeah.
But I believe we have all of the categories picked out here.
Yep.
Again, really, really. I don't know why I was saying really.
Okay, Brandon, stop giving us things.
Congratulations to Las Casitas for coming into third, Team Pure coming in second, and Team Trees coming into first. And then the director's choice was
I can't take all of it.
and
Wait.
Egg Carton with the Ewok Village style treehouse build. And then the caster's choices were with Adam, we had B-Tax build, and then
Yay!
my choice was
Sorry.
Team Trees. And I believe that covers all of the categories. And with that, thank you all for being here today and supporting the kids. Have a great day. Peace out.
Jeez. Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah. Alright, well, that's probably going to be it for my stream. This was our final product. Our campfire should have won it, and yeah.
Not cocky at all.
Oh, I.
Alright, thank you for watching. We know that we are the best, and bye.